Today, a recap of Monday night's dramatic Senate meeting and a recap on women's tennis. That's all coming up right here on Spinnaker News. I'm Tedlin Locke and you're watching Spinnaker News on Spinnaker Television. On Monday, the Senate met to finalize the budget for next year. However, a lot more than just that happened. For more, here's Patrick Lloyd.
Monday night's Senate meeting was anything but normal. Senate meetings usually don't have many spectators, but on Monday, over 20 Spinnaker employees and supporters showed up due to proposed budget cuts for Spinnaker. 4 of the 5 leaders of Spinnaker media spoke in front of the senators, encouraging them to not approve the proposed budget, which would cut Spinnaker Print's budget from $47,000 down to just over $27,000. Things started to get a little heated when Dr. Brian Thornton, a communications professor, asked to speak even though he wasn't on the agenda. Student Government's director, Michael McGuire, tried explaining to Thornton that he couldn't speak, but Thornton insisted. Eventually, Senator Haley Guerra motioned to add Thornton to guest speakers, and the Senate voted to allow him to speak. Meanwhile, McGuire called UNFPD and told the officers that it was inappropriate for Thornton to speak since he wasn't approved ahead of time. However, since the Senate voted to let him speak, UNFPD said they had to let him speak. When he did speak, he asked the Senate to consider the budget very carefully before voting. Ultimately, the Senate passed the budget with a roll call vote of 26-0 to 2. For UNF Spinnaker, I'm Patrick Lloyd.
The budget is now with Student Body President Joseph Turner. Next, it will be informally reviewed by Dr. Mauricio Gonzalez, the Vice President of Student and International Affairs, and then it is sent to UNF President John Delaney. Now let's toss it over to Catherine Marsh for your weather update.
Good morning, Ospreys. Looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day here on campus. I'm Catherine Marsh here with your Spinnaker weather update. It's currently 48 degrees, and as you can see in our current conditions, there will be sunny skies with a high of 63 and a low of 40. We're also looking at north winds at about 7 to 10 miles per hour. Moving on to tonight, the temperature is going to drop with a low around 43. Still clear skies as well with light and variable winds. Thinking of hitting the beach on this beautiful Wednesday, Surfline reports that waves will be about 2 to 3 feet, which is about waist to stomach high. And for tomorrow, we still have sunny skies with a high near 70. Looks like it's going to be a great day to get outside. Well, that's it for today's weather report. Now let's take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Catherine. Now for a recap on women's tennis, here's Alex Gatlin.
Good morning, Ospreys. I'm Alex Gatlin, here with your Spinnaker Sports. The women's tennis team had a great showing this weekend, posting victories in both of their matches. In the first match, the Ospreys flew past UNC Wilmington. Taking an early lead with a win in the first doubles competition, UNF finishes the competition 6-1. They then took this momentum into the second match on Sunday, where they would win an equally impressive match against Troy. After dropping the second and third matches, the Ospreys would take it 5-2. Next match for the Lady Ospreys is next Wednesday at home versus UCF. Match time is set for 2 p.m. Well, that does it for your Spinnaker Sports. Now let's toss it back to Tedlin.
Thanks, Alex. Well, that's all the time we have for you today on Spinnaker News. But for more on the stories reported today and other stories, you can check out unfspinnaker.com. You can also like the Spinnaker on Facebook at facebook.com/UNFSpinnaker. And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UNFSpinnaker. For Catherine Marsh and Alex Gatlin, I'm Tedlin Locke. Have a great day, UNF.